Officer Destiny Winston, that's DESTINYWINSTON. On Sunday, July 2nd at approximately 8:54 p.m., officers responded to a disturbance located at the 6100 block of Fairway Street. The disturbance began when one of the suspects, who is identified as Alvin Madison, 21 years of age, was accused of stealing a cell phone from the son of one of the victims. This phone theft was said to have occurred earlier in the day. The suspect, Alvin Madison, was located by the victim by using a tracking app that they had on their phone. A verbal disturbance occurred between Madison and the victim. After this verbal disturbance, the parties separated, but a phone was never recovered. After this initial disturbance, Madison left the area and advised numerous people that he had been jumped. The suspect then returned with approximately 8 to 10 people to the 6100 block of Fairway, and a large fight broke out, which did involve bats and sticks. During this large fight, at least 2 male suspects attacked and stabbed a victim, stabbing the victim approximately 17 times. Patrol units stopped some of the subjects as they were fleeing this scene in a vehicle. There were a total of 4 subjects that were transported to the hospital from the scene, 2 that sustained injuries from being struck with clubs, and 2 with knife wounds. Madison was determined to be a suspect in the stabbing and was subsequently arrested and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, which is a felony of the 2nd degree. The other suspect in the stabbing fled the scene in a vehicle, but he has been identified and a warrant's been put out for his arrest. His name is Tony Dwayne Walker, 25 years of age. He's also the warrants for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. This investigation is still ongoing. As you can understand, there's a lot of witnesses, a lot of moving parts involved in this type of incident, so we will provide more as we have it available, but the detectives are taking this very seriously and they're in the process of investigating all leads and gathering all the information available. Any questions?
Can you tell us whether the 2 parties knew each other before this phone theft?
That's part of the investigation, yeah. So I don't know the history between the 2.
And you said it was the mother, the son of one of the victims?
Yeah, it was the son of one of the victims.
Okay.
Can you be specific on what type of phone? Was it special, or were they just looking to sell it?
I don't know the particular type of phone, but I do know that the way it was located, that this suspect had the phone, was through a tracking app. I don't know what type of app, but they did utilize this tool to go ahead and find the phone.
And do you know any
or find the person.
Were they stealing it to try and sell it?
I don't know why that individual was in possession of the phone or why it was taken. A phone was never recovered, so we're going off of the victim's accounts of how they located the phone in that particular area.
The stabbing victim, was that a male or female?
It was a male, and the information's in the affidavit on the victim.
The female victim, did she live at that, did they all live at that same complex?
I'm not sure who actually lives there and then, who showed up. There were so many people involved in this incident, so, that's all part of the investigation. The detectives will have to sit through and talk to everybody and see what everyone's involvement is.
Since there's so many people, is there any video out there that of this incident happening? I mean, everyone carries a cell phone.
Sure, yeah, and if there is, the detectives will definitely utilize that to help them solve the investigation. We try to use any resource possible to help us solve any type of investigation.
How old did you say Tony Dwayne Walker is?
He's 25 years of age.
Talk about, the severity of this incident. Obviously, it's the holiday weekend. We want things, to end safely. And, looking at a situation like this, it kind of got out of hand quickly. And so talk about just how serious something like this can be.
So what I would say regarding an incident like this, if you believe that your phone has been stolen or any type of property has been taken from you, please call 911 and report it and let officers respond. Don't take it upon yourself, and I'm not putting blame on any of the victims. I want to make that very clear. I'm just saying, for safety precautions, just let the officers handle it and make sure that the incident is resolved peacefully so that it can be sent to detectives so we can investigate it, hopefully return your phone. Your life is not worth any property, so your safety is paramount. So keep that in mind. So just make sure to call 911 immediately, or 311 if you find out later that your phone was taken and it's not an emergency situation, to report and document the incident.
Could you update on the conditions the victims?
I do not. I don't know their current status.
Could more arrests come or more charges?
That's possible. It's definitely possible. There's a lot of moving parts, but as of right now, only 2 have been charged.
And are you guys actively searching for anyone else? or
No.
not at this time?
No.
Is Tony Walker in custody?
Warrant's been set for his arrest. He has not been arrested.
So 2 people in custody,
One.
one person in
Yeah.
custody, and one.
The Addis,
Okay.
the Madison, Alvin Madison. Yeah.
He's the one in custody, the other one just a warrant out for his
Right,
arrest.
right. We know who he is.
We'll take one last question. Good.
So it was 2 people that were stabbed, the other 2 were hurt by either the pole or the stick.
Yeah, it was 2 were struck with clubs and 2 had knife wounds. So there was, it was a large fight and there was a lot of things that were involved. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.